Viva los tres chingones. What's going on, man? Welcome to Los Tres Chingones Boxing, man. Shout out to everybody watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, man. We are here to talk some boxeo. But we got a special guest today, man. We know there's a lot going on in boxing. There is, man. But for the most part, we're kind of just gonna keep it with the fight that's taking place tomorrow. Well, before we do that, let's go ahead and bring in one of the chingones, man. I am talking my brother, one Mr. Mike Zavala.
Gio, what it is, Ed? What's up, man? Those tres chingones, we're on the rise, baby. Like gasoline prices in California, baby. Vámonos.
What's up,
Arriba.
Andres? What's going on, Andres? Few things first. Our brother in crime, Mr. David Contreras, he's out there, man, living the life right now. He's taking the night off. He's out in Fort Lauderdale having some dinner with his wife and some loved ones, some friends. I gotta tell you, Mike, like sometimes I hate on the guy, dog. It's like I'm over here waking up 2 in the morning, man. The AC goes out on the big rig. It's hot. I put the window down. It feels like a blow dryer blowing right in your mascara. People flipping you off. And he's over there just kicking on his patio, looking at the waves, sipping on a little scotch on the rocks, smoking a nice Cuban cigar, man. I'm like, damn it. But you know what? At least one of us is living that life, right, Mike?
We'll live the life through him, man. We'll get it one day. We'll get it one day. That's the motivation, man.
Yeah, for sure. So, again, Los Tres Chingones Boxing. You guys can catch us live pretty much every Friday right around this time. Wednesdays on Spanish. Mike, I think, man, honestly, you and David blew it out the park, man. Serio, dog.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
It was a great show. Sorry I couldn't be a part of it, but I'm gonna do everything I possibly can to be a part of the next one, man. You guys did badass, man. Para todos que hablan español, aquí estamos también para hablar el boxeo.
Sí, Eri, tienes que entrarle también, man, en español, Eri. Vámonos.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen, man. We're definitely gonna make it happen. Another thing, any boxing gym, man, that wants a shout out and wants to advertise your boxing gym, let us know. Boxing is a beautiful sport. Sometimes it's kind of looked at like, orale, it's just a bunch of dummies that get in there and just beat each other's brains out. That ain't it. There's a sweet science to it. And I think we need more boxing gyms. And some of these small boxing gyms, it's hard to keep them alive. So get at us, and we'll definitely promote your boxing gym. And really, let's get some kids into some boxing. Not so much so they can go and start becoming fighters. That's not it. Most people that hit a boxing gym never go pros or even really go anywhere in the amateurs. But you know what? It's determination, dedication. It just teaches you so much, so many skills that you could take into life, man. So definitely, any boxing gym out there, get at us. We will promote your boxing gym. What's up to Andres? D-Style Boxing is up here, man. That's what's up. G Funky. Hey, man, you know what? We had the blessings to be on G Funky Boxing the other day. You guys can go check him out. Check out D-Style as well. Both of those guys, man, they talk boxing. Tacos and workouts is in here. What it is, he's saying.
What it is.
So we got a special guest coming on in a few minutes. But before we do that, let's go ahead and just talk a little bit. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on in the world of boxing right now, dog. So I think it's fair that we just touch on it just a little bit. But I kind of want to talk about Garcia, Fortuna, especially with the guests that we're gonna have on. For those who don't know, we should be having Bobby Garcia, the older brother of Ryan Garcia, on here. So, Mike, first of all, are you planning on going to the fight?
The Garcia fight?
Yeah.
I don't have plans for it. No.
Okay.
Are you going?
I was this close. I was this close to going. Okay. But before I pulled the trigger on it, I saw something and I said, I'm not going.
What is that? Let it out. Let it out.
We're gonna get into it, man. We're
Wow.
definitely, yeah.
Oh
I
wow.
said I said nah, homie. I'm not going to that fight. I don't think it's worth it, man. But I mean not. Well, you know what? I'll just save it, dog. I'll
Yeah,
just
just
save it.
oh, you're
Yeah.
saying I thought just spill the beans already, man. But you'll save it even better, man.
You know what? I gotta say, dog, in the undercard, you got Alexis Rocha in there. I didn't really know he was in there, dog.
Yeah, I
I
just
saw
saw
the
it. Yeah.
win. Yeah, I saw the wins today, and I am excited to see that guy fight, man. That guy always brings it. What do you make of that fight, Mike?
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't know who his opponent is. I didn't get like we were just concentrated on Garcia, but Rocha, man, he's good. I think he just came off a knockout last fight, and the kid's good. I'm not sure if he's a southpaw. He's good, man. He's coming up.
Yeah, yeah, I like him. I like what I see from him. Lamont Roach Jr. is in there, and in the undercard as well, man. He's already talking about fighting Shakur Stevenson. So I think Stevenson just puts hands on him like big time, dog. One of the things, man, that's out there, and this is more like in the UK, but something that struck me kind of off, man, was that Connor Ben looks like he's gonna be fighting Chris Eubanks Jr. That is a big weight. Connor Ben fights at 147. He fights at
Mhm.
welterweight, right? And Chris Eubanks Jr. is up at 160, but they're gonna make this fight happen. I always thought that Connor Ben, his next fight was gonna be against
Adrian
uh
Broner.
no, not Adrian Broner with shoot, his name just slipped my mind right now. He just
Thurman? No.
Kell
Oh,
Brook.
Kilbrook.
And I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think Kell Brook stands a chance. I think Connor Ben puts hands on him. But this is kind of a weird fight. And I'm like, hey, you know what? If they can make this fight happen, why not? Maybe it opens the door to some of these catch weights where guy 2 weight classes above, guy 2 weight classes below, they meet somewhere in the middle and they
Yeah.
make it happen. I don't know if I'm really such a fan of that, Mike. How say
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, no, you know what they say. There's weight classes for a reason, and we've seen the disadvantages in catch weights. I'm not even gonna lie. Shout out to Canelo fans. You see when Floyd fought Canelo at 152 pounds,
Mm.
and that Canelo he got drained, man. And we seen it. We seen it on both sides when the guy goes up and when the guy goes down. The La Hoya fought Pacquiao. He looked dead, man. So there's weight classes for a reason. I think I'm a little old school, or we're a little old school on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't I don't mind a catch weight if it's 1 weight class, right? If you got a small 147 guy and you got a big 154 guy and they want to meet, at 150 or something like that,
Yeah.
I'm all right with it, but I think that's always gonna kind of linger over your head, right? Whoever
Yeah.
wins, whoever loses, especially the guy that moved down, right? It's gonna be like, oh, well, he was drained. He was never at 100%.
Mhm.
So that's always gonna be, I don't want to say not count, but it's always gonna be looked at like, well, you kind of drained him a little bit. So, fight the guy in the weight class, man. Which we did have a weight problem with this fight right here with Garcia and Fortuna. Did you watch that weigh-in?
Yeah, you know what? I saw a clip and it looked like he made weight. Fortuna was a little bit under, but I didn't see any controversy. Was there any controversy?
Yeah, there was.
Oh,
Well, this fight, unless this went completely over my head, but I listened to everything after the weigh-in.
uh-huh.
This fight was supposed to be at 135 pounds.
What?
It is, yeah, yeah. Now it's at taking place at 140. So
I didn't catch that.
apparently it's taking place at 140 because Fortuna was unable to make weight. Um,
Wow.
how true is that? I don't know. You know, he came in under 140. Ryan Garcia hit it exactly at 140. So, whatever anybody makes of that, we'll see if we could get a little bit out of Bobby G, but he wasn't there. He wasn't at the weigh-ins, but I definitely want to get a little bit out of him, man. Another fight that was made was Adrian Broner. He's getting back into the ring, man, against man, why are these
La
names just
Panterita, La Panterita.
yeah, yeah. Uh um no,
His
why
brother
is
just fought.
against who?
Uh,
Why are these names
huh?
escaping me? You know what? I
What's it?
gotta
La Panterita
Omar
Figueroa.
Figueroa. There you go.
Omar.
Why are these names escaping me, man? I had it all ready in my head. Omar Figueroa is made with Adrian Broner. None of these two guys are really there anymore for me. I think they're a good level for themselves. I think it's a good fight. But I whoever wins this fight, Mike, I still give them no shot to do anything. Maybe they get a little opportunity coming up, but I don't see either one of these guys doing anything. To me, Omar Figueroa, he already kind of proved that, hey man, his heart's not really in it.
Yeah, they're just names. They're good names. If a prospect fights them, that's a good name, to have under. You beat Broner, you beat Figueroa, and it's just for prospects. They're done. Put a fork in them.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, man. Another fight that was made was Richard Comey and Jose Zapata. I like that, Mike. I like that fight.
That's a good fight, dude. That's a banger fight, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that's a good fight. I really do. Exciting fight. I don't think Comey stands a chance, though. What's up, Joaquin?
Okay.
I
Cepeda's
don't
that
think.
good, man. You're on Cepeda, man. I'm not a
Yeah,
big fan of him, but you called Cepeda versus Ramirez, and now you're calling Cepeda right here. So you got him up there, huh?
yeah,
You believe
yeah,
in
man.
him?
I
Okay.
think Richard Comey, Richard Comey, he's a good test. I think that's more of what he's like, man. He's a tester, but he's not one of the guys that's gonna be up there, man. He's one of those guys. To me, he's kind of like a Josecito Lopez,
Yeah.
right? Josecito Lopez at 147. He's a
Mhm.
guy that you put in there to see how good you really are.
A measuring stick. He's a measuring stick, in other words.
Yeah, there you go. So if you put in a great performance against Josecito Lopez, okay, now we can start talking about really moving you up there. That's how I kind of see Richard Comey.
Gatekeeper.
Um,
He's a gatekeeper type.
yeah, a little bit maybe above a gatekeeper. I'd still
Okay.
give him somewhat of a shot, but I think Jose Cepeda, man, I think no, I think he's gonna take him out, man, in the later.
Cepeda's fire, man. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, no. But let's just talk about Comey. He just destroyed the Mexican fighter Lalacran. He just destroyed him. I know he was done, but hey, man, like you said, Josito Lopez. If you're not ready, man, if you're down on yourself, you're coming off something, he'll whoop your ass, dude. You seen what he almost did to what's his name, Thurman. He almost beat him, man, almost knocked him out. So I like Comey, man. If he lands something, it could be that's all she wrote type. So, but I think so. Cepeda does have the edge, but don't sleep on Comey, man. He's fire too, man. I like him.
Yeah, I agree. Don't sleep on Comey. If not, he's gonna put you to sleep, man.
Oh
And
yeah, that's a good one.
and in a very very bad way, man. What's up
Yeah.
to Canelo fans? You know what we got? Let me see if I could do that right now. Jesus M, shout outs to you, Joaquin. That's right, brother. Go teach that class, homie. Joaquin was an actual boxer,
Oh, what's
and
up, Joaquin?
he
That's
was
the homie.
trained. Yeah, he was trained by Johnny Tapia
Arizona
out in New Mexico.
or New Mexico?
Queen Diva Ryan Garcia, the city of Victor does not claim.
City of Victorville does not
We
claim
don't
her.
have, yeah, man. That's definitely not a fan of Ryan Garcia. Mike, what did you see in the weigh-ins, man?
Oh yeah, now that you bring it up, that 140, I was like, no wonder. I'm like, Garcia looks thick. He looks thick. He's in shape. He has a six pack. His arms looks nice. He's maturing. He's getting older. He looks too big for this for what's his name?
Fortuna.
Fortuna. I think he's just too big, man. He's too big. I think he's just gonna walk through him. I
But
don't know.
apparently it's Fortuna that wasn't able to make weight, which already says something bad about him. If that's the truth,
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia is the money guy, right?
Hmm.
Could it be possible that he wasn't able to make weight and then they gave Fortuna some money and say, hey, let's say that you can make weight? I
Yeah.
heard what he said afterwards. Garcia said, hey, he's not looking to go back down to 135. Yeah, you know what? We're on G Funky's live the other day, and I asked right there. I said, "Hey, does he have trouble making weight? He's a young kid. He's tall for that weight, and his body's still growing. Now that he's, doing this 140 thing, he said it. He said he's not looking. He's not looking to move back down to 135.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
and I don't think he should. I mean, he's growing. So if Fortuna was the one that was not making weight, if that's true, man, I don't like this. I don't like this, man. This is not gonna be a good fight at all, man.
You think he's gonna give Ryan trouble because he's the bigger guy, or just he's
No,
just gonna
oh
be
heck
slow?
no, heck
Okay.
no, nah, not even close, Holmes. Look, I was watching the weigh-ins, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw De La Hoya back there with his tight white pants and his black and green Hawaiian shirt. I saw Bernard Hopkins. How old is Bernard Hopkins, man? The vato reminds me of Louis Gossett Jr. now every time I see him.
That's probably almost 60, man. 55.
Oh man, dog, he's definitely getting up
56.
there. So I was watching it. I saw the weigh-ins. I heard the weights. I'm like, whoa, none of these guys, because I'm still thinking 135. I didn't get the information afterwards. I see Fortuna hand something to Ryan Garcia. I'm like, what do you give him?
A watch.
They shake hands, they slap hands, give a hug to each other. And then Ryan Garcia, well, first of all, Fortuna gets interviewed, and then Ryan Garcia goes and sits down with Akam Barak, man, and what's his name? I think Aldi from the UK. He has a YouTube show as well. I check it out every now and then. And Ryan Garcia, yeah, that's when he said, "Oh, he gave me my watch because he took it at some point." I said this, Mike. I said this on G Funky Boxing. Okay, I think Ryan Garcia is looking to be a bad guy now. His attitude, his character, it's looked like it changed. He's being a little bit more mouthy. He's being much more cocky. He's being much more of this kind of like, I don't give a F. He has more of this attitude. I think he probably understood that a lot of people are hating on him for whatever reason it may be. Everybody can have their own reason. But I think he kind of caught on to that and said, like, you know what? Then I'm going to drive right into that. He made a he came out and made a comment saying that the haters are going to buy me my first jet. I think he's diving into that heel, that bad guy, and say, like, you know what? Hate on me then. Just hate on me. I'll just keep winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, you know what, Ed? And that's a good point, because we know, man, how Floyd became the bad guy. And look at him. He was Pretty Boy Floyd. Then he became Money Mate. And this kid's a marketing genius, man. He's on YouTube, killing it, TikTok. He's a bad guy. He's got tattoos on. He's got the ice. He's shining. Oh, man, that's a recipe to get the haters. Hey, they're gonna hate you or they love you, but they're still gonna buy him. And he's a total package, man. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, I see you, brother. I'm going to bring you in just a second, big dog. I just want to say what's up to everybody right here on the chat. Canelo fans, D-Style, Jesus, Joaquin, who's over there teaching a boxing class. Shout outs to you. Pomono Soul Sounds, Duke of Earl, Hectic Nasty. Shout outs to all you guys, man. Everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, hey, man. Let's put this gentleman on the hot seat, okay?
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia is fighting tomorrow, okay? And here to be with us is one Mr. Bobby Garcia. Orale, why do they have the same last names? Well, because Bobby Garcia is actually Ryan Garcia's brother. So, without further ado, from the Street Post Podcast on YouTube, you guys can check them out. Street Post Podcast on YouTube. One, Mr. Bobby G.
What's up, gentlemen? Thanks for the invite.
What's up, brother?
Bobby?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing, man?
Good, dog. Just right here talking a little bit of boxing. You know, if you don't talk boxing, then you're not really talking anything. You know what I mean, Holmes?
And I'll tell you what, we got a lot of boxing going on these past months coming up. We got a lot of fights starting with tomorrow. July 16th, Ryan Garcia, Javier Fortuna, great fight. I mean, we got Andy Ruiz fighting King Kong Ortiz. There's so many fights to talk about, guys. Let's get it on.
Ooh.
All right, Bobby, check this out, man. And I'm not gonna hold back any punches, brother. Okay. I know you personally, big dog. You've had me on your podcast, man. Again, Street Pulse Podcast on YouTube. You guys can go check out my man Bobby G. He does it up really well, very professional, great studio, man. I've been there. Much love to you, big dog. Bobby, I want to go ahead and say I started off as a pretty big fan, not over the hill fan, but I was a pretty big fan of Ryan Garcia. I was like, man, you know what? I like this kid. I do, man. And I saw people hating on him, and I just kind of thought, like, well, it's the pretty boy syndrome. You know, a lot of guys don't really like to root for the pretty boys. You know what I mean? It happens to quite a few guys. You know, the Oscar, they're like, oh, yeah, it's like, oh, you got that pretty boy, the Highness like him, don't root for him. So I was just like, nah, I'm looking past that. This guy's got some boxing skills, and he does. But I will say I have kind of fallen off a little bit. I want to like the kid. I want to root for him, but he does make it a little bit hard. After the Luke Campbell fight is when he kind of started losing me a little bit. I was really impressed with what he did with Luke Campbell. Highly impressed. Right. And I kind of turned around and I was just like, yeah, what are the haters saying now? This kid gets dropped. He gets up. Boom. Lands a good body shot, man. Ends it. But then after that, I mean, Bobby, what's going on, man, with Ryan?
Ryan, what happened?
Oh, man. Hey,
the audio, Bobby. The audio.
Yeah, the audio, homie.
Audio?
We had you good on earlier.
We good?
1 2 1 2. Do it.
1 2 1 2. Test me.
Yeah,
it's good, but you were better the first time, Bobby. You were loud and clear. It sounded like you were right with us.
Right now you sound a little low.
Are we good?
Oh, you're good right there. Perfect.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, so what happened to Ryan was he took a hiatus. He had mental issues, man. You know, it gets serious. A lot of people don't understand that when you're in the any type of sports, not only boxing, but boxing in particular, when you have all this stress, you have to understand Ryan's only 23 years old. 23-year-old, multi-millionaire. He's got people coming from everywhere. They want a piece of it. Everybody wants a piece of Ryan. Hey, Ryan, can you do this? Can you support us? Can you? So he's got so much going on. At 23, just imagine that, bro. And then you have the stress of, I got to train. I got to look good. I got to prove that all the shit that I'm talking about is real. I got a lot of haters. So people are going to fucking expect for me to do some outrageous shit because that's what they're expecting. So at a 23-year-old mindset, he's got to go in there, and in his mind, he thinks that I got to prove everybody wrong, or you know, I got to do what it's going to take to win over the crowd, the people that are the doubters that are out there. Yeah. So what happened to Ryan was he went kind of cuckoo, man. He had that anxiety. He had a very bad anxiety. He had depression. You know, there was a point he didn't want to fight no more. He said, I think I'm going to stop fighting. And had everybody shocked, like, what do you mean stop fighting? You're only 23 years old. So it's something that, Virgil Ortiz, he just had a complication not so long ago, too. You know, I mean, all these boxers are going through stuff. You don't see it because they do it behind closed doors. But, and a lot of people, your casual fans are all, he's hiding from this guy or he's hiding from this guy. It's not that you're hiding, man. It's just these kids are very young. They're trying to please everybody, but at times it gets overwhelming. And like you said, Canelo's already older, right? Canelo knows how to deal with the situation. So did Mayweather. I'm sure they had their issues when they were younger. Yeah. Ryan's grown into himself, and he has to figure it out. And I think he's figuring it out. I think he's doing a pretty good job of doing it now. Now, when Ryan fought Duno, you remember that? Mm-hmm. Romero Duno?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Guy? Okay, yes. Everybody said the same thing. Ryan, you're going to get dropped. That guy's going to kill you, man. You're hiding from the guy. Okay, Ryan comes back. He takes him out in the first round. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's not. He's not. Nobody's hiding from anybody. I don't think, man. Everybody wants to fight each other. It's just whether either the people's parties are not into it. They're looking for some more money, or they want to hold off and make it a mega fight. There's so many things that come into play when you're talking about the big boxing game, versus the amateurs. When you're in big boxing, there's big money, so you want to get the most money. So a lot of these guys, Ryan wants to fight, but they're asking for a lot of money to fight. They're like, okay, Ryan, if you want me to fight you, I want X amount of dollars, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna make 20 million, and you want 10 million?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't weigh out.
They price itself out. They because they know they're gonna get a bag if they fight Ryan. So I get it. That's a way to eliminate yourself. You price yourself out. Just real quick, Ed, Bobby, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, and I respect anybody that gets in the ring. I respect your brother, but he went through some stuff, right? But now. Before and now he's talking a lot of trash, brother. And you know what? You gotta back it up. Floyd talked trash and he backed it up. Macho Camacho talked trash and he backed it up. Yeah. Hey, respect the game, or the game's gonna disrespect you. He's on TikTok. I heard he's making a movie. All due respect to Canelo, he's golfing and this and that, like that too, dude. You gotta be 100 with the game, because you could get hurt in this boxing game. And I respect that your brother, he went through some stuff. Everybody goes through some stuff, but not everybody's a boxer, brother. You know what I mean? Right. So he needs to be 100% because he could get hurt. So he's talking trash. He's the bad guy, like my boy Ed said, which is fine, man. That's marketing. He's a marketing genius. The kid has the look, pretty boy, everything. But hey, man, is he putting in work in the gym, or he's on TikTok, or he's making movies? Pick one, because this is boxing, brother. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I'm going to agree with you 100%, because the way I look at it, yes, he's my brother and all, but if you're going to take the game serious, then let's take it serious. Okay? Yeah, there's a time for TikTok. There's a time for movies and all that. You can have all that. Yeah. But get your wins first. Get your respect, man, and then all that comes. You're a millionaire. You can do whatever you want, brother. I mean, the sky's the limit for you. But right now, concentrate on whatever flaws you have. Practice on your craft, master your craft. Okay, because everybody has weaknesses. When we saw him fight Luke Campbell, he got dropped third round. Did he not?
Yeah.
He dropped his
bajo la mano,
and he took him out. Okay, that's the problem. What do they teach you when you first start boxing? Protect yourself at all times. Mm-hmm. At all times, protect yourself. You may be quick, you may be, strong, but there's always something that's going to beat that. What beats quickness? Timing. Okay. So he got dropped. So you have to be very. And I think Ryan, he got checked on that one. I was in awe when I seen the fight. I even had to step back out of my chair and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And when he came back, I was nervous. I was like, "Fuck, man, he could get fucked up." Campbell's not a over. He's the fucking medalist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If I say that Luke Campbell wasn't a boxer, I'm like, are you kidding me?
No.
That was a good one.
Go ahead, Ed. Go ahead. Yeah.
That was a good one. First of all, let me just go ahead and say, anybody and everybody on the chat, man, I don't mind you guys putting Bobby on the hot seat, but we're gonna keep it respectful, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
So let's keep it 100% respectful. We can ask the questions. I got a lot of them as well, but let's just keep it all respectful, man. Bobby, one of the big questions. Leaving Eddie Reynoso, going to Joe Goosen, which again, Joe Goosen, man, I got a lot of good things to say about him, especially, he just looks like a cool dude with his denim jacket. I just see him like a guy wearing his denim jacket, driving a convertible, man, listening to a little bit of George Michael with his sunglasses on, just rolling. I mean, he gets into that ring and coaches with his denim jacket, man. But okay, the move. That made headlines and everybody started scratching their head, and immediately everybody started criticizing because they didn't know what to make of it. what from your what the knowledge that you have, what happened?
Okay, well, I'm not too knowledgeable about what happened. I don't really talk to Ryan that close like that. But what from my understanding is that Eddie Reynoso wasn't giving him the time that he thought he should be giving him. I think Ryan wanted more time, more one-on-one time with Eddie Reynoso. Okay. That's what he wanted, one-on-one time with Eddie. But Eddie was doing his thing, you know. Eddie's got issues too, you know. I'm not putting anybody's business out there, but everybody's got issues. Everybody's got problems. So, I mean, Ryan, if I was Ryan, I would have understood that a little bit and be like, okay, handle your business. You know, when you come back, we'll work it out again. But I guess Ryan wanted him, you know, he wanted him there to prep for the fight, and Eddie wasn't there, so Ryan, he went elsewhere, and that's when he's got a relationship with Joe Goosen. When Ryan first started, he used to train with him, so he went back with Joe, and Joe's giving him the time. So I mean, hopefully, you know, what Joe knows the inside game.
Oh yeah,
Canelo, Eddie knows the outside game. So is this beneficiary for Ryan? It possibly could be. So I mean, there's only one way to find out. Let's see what happens tomorrow and see how Ryan performs.
Yeah, and Bobby, you know what? Where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Yeah.
A lot of fighters, two fighters or three fighters left Reynoso. There's fire. There's something going on.
Yeah.
The Canelo's physical trainer just left, and then Reynoso's assistant trainer left too. He's with Ryan. So there is a problem with the Reynoso. Something's up over there, and we don't really know. And Bobby, you said that when he put the hand on. Let me just piggyback off that. Yeah, and you know why he made that mistake? Because those mistakes are corrected in training camp. He's putting his hand down because he's not being corrected. Either he's not being focused, he's on TikTok, he's not putting it, and also his trainer's not correcting it. So you see the little things that you're bringing that up. Any coach, Ed, we will talk about that. We see that. Like, why does he have his hand down? Because in training camp, that's when you correct and you master your craft, and then you don't do those mistakes in the ring. But if he keeps putting his hand down, that means the coach isn't really doing his job, or Ryan isn't listening, brother. You know what I mean?
Right. There could be a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
In your guys' opinion, who do you think are great coaches?
I thought Eddie Reynoso, it was probably, you know, top shelf of a coach because of everything that he was accomplishing.
Yes.
But from what I just heard you say and what Mike just pointed out as well, when you take all that into consideration, yeah, you know, maybe there is something going on, man, and that's okay. You know, everything isn't always perfect. You know, we don't have to put people's dirt out there, but yeah, things can definitely be wrong and stuff. And hey, man, you know, it just happens, and it's like, you know what, it's not the best fit for me here, so I'm gonna step off, or I see the way the wind is blowing, and I'm gonna head out, man, before, you know, the tornado comes. Could be. Don't know. But I was really pretty high on Eddie Reynoso, man. If you think about all the fighters that he has, all the accomplishments that these fighters have been having, but it seems like lately it has gotten a little shaky, man. It seemed like it was a perfect, well-oiled machine. But as of lately, yeah, man, I have, you know, things have been getting a little shaky, man. And now I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what's going on over there with Eddie Reynoso. I'll say you, Mike.
Yeah, talking about just real quick on Eddie Reynoso. Hey, man, every coach wins and every coach loses. There's ups and downs. Right now, he's taking losses, man. A lot of his fighters took L's. Canelo took the L. You know what I mean? And we look at Robert Garcia. He wasn't winning, and now he's on top, man. He's got that kid. What's my boy's name? Bam, and he's got the heavyweight up in Europe. Oh man, he's on the rise. So that's how the coaching staff is. And maybe Reynoso got stretched out too much. He wasn't paying attention to Ryan because he had to pay attention to Canelo, but he also had to pay attention to the heavyweight. So he got stretched out, and he didn't have a staff. So hey, he needs to come back and regroup and just have Canelo and maybe one other fighter. So and as for great coaches, I like the move Ryan Garcia did, man. And Ed, you said you weren't a fan of Ryan Garcia, and I wasn't a fan. And then I like what I saw his last fight because of Goosen, but it's gonna take a couple fights to see the total result. So I like the move, and I like Goosen and Robert Garcia.
Look, I'm gonna be real. I did not like Ryan Garcia's last fight, man. I did not like it.
Yeah,
I
you were
thought
critical, man.
he's looked better, way better before. I thought he was throwing 1-2s and then just smothering his punches
Yeah,
and just smothering up against Emmanuel to go. I did not like it. Before we get any further, Pomono Soul Sound says, save the movies for later. Concentrate on your boxing career.
That's right.
Hard work, dedication. You know that I mean I think that's fair, Bobby, to kind of say like, okay, man, do you want this? You know, do you really want boxing? In your opinion, Bobby, is Ryan 100% boxing, or is he like, you know what? I'm good at this. I'm athletic. I'm pretty successful in it, but there's other things I want to dabble into.
No, I can honestly say that 100% Ryan is dedicated to boxing, man, and that's one thing I know for a fact.
Okay.
I know a lot of people don't see it, but if you were to see it, I think people's mind would definitely change. Look, man, this guy's where he's at, not just because of social media, because the guy can really box. I mean, he's quick, he's strong.
good point, Bucky.
He can really look. Another thing with Ryan, his training, bro, is I've never seen anybody train like Ryan. And I'll be the only person I can compare him with is Floyd Mayweather, when Floyd Mayweather, pretty boy Mayweather.
Pretty boy.
Back in his pretty boy Floyd. Back in his time. Ryan, the way he trains, he's probably training right now, bro, in his living room. That's how Ryan does it.
Mm-hmm.
Walk into his house, right in the middle of the living room, he'll be working out. It's unbelievable. His work ethic is crazy. Okay, so that's what I know for a fact. So Ryan, when it comes to work ethic, he's got it. Now, do we all have flaws? Yes, we do. And do they need to be corrected? You fucking better believe it. And you don't play boxing. One punch can change the game. And I agree with you, Cholo. That last fight, I wasn't impressed either.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't impressed a bit. And he looked at the clock. And when you look at the clock, that means you're getting tired. So I noticed all these little things. So his conditioning wasn't up to par. And I know that for a fact. It wasn't up to par, because if it was, he wouldn't have fought like he did. He wanted a quick knockout. This guy couldn't get knocked out. You won by decision. Ryan, this time, I don't think he's taking no losses. He's not half-stepping this one. I think he's going all the way. His training is unbelievable right now. And I think I really think he is going to be in there. And I think he's going to get the knockout. I'm going to say 5th round.
Okay.
Mike, before we get to your next question, let's get G Funky in here. Could ask you know, we're on G Funky. You guys go check out G Funky Boxing, man. Great channel right there. He says, my question for Bobby: Ryan is fighting 2 southpaws in his last 3 fights. Is he preparing for Tank, who is a southpaw?
He's definitely preparing for Tank.
Okay. Is there any? I mean, Bobby, do you know if there's anything really going on that fight is actually going to happen?
As of right now, no. Ryan wants Tank. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Oscar De La Hoya, he's got to pull those strings. Can he do it? Yes. But now you're talking with PBC. You got to get with PBC. They got to agree. The platforms got to agree, right? There's 2 platforms. Get them both in. Fuck it. Let's get the zone and whatever. Let's get them all in. It's more publicity for everyone. It's more money for everyone. I mean, it's a win-win situation for both of them, right? Like Ryan said, I don't know if you guys watched the press conference. I mean, the weigh-ins earlier today. I did.
Oh yeah.
It's not about bouts, you know. I mean, yeah, you have a bout. It's a shiny bout. I'm a champ. Cool. But what do people want to see? They want to see Ryan fight Tank.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Haney's got all the bouts. Ryan, go fight Devin. No, I want to fight what the people want me to fight. They want me to fight Tank. Let's get it on.
That's a good fight though versus Haney too, man.
Oh yeah.
I still think Ryan has all the tools, man. He's freaking tall. He's got power with both hands. You know what I mean? And let me defend your bro for a little bit. Ed, I was critical on Ryan, but I still got to give him a little leeway. He just got a new trainer, and he was just there to survive, man. He wasn't there to fight, man.
Oh, no.
But he did. But Ryan did look a little sloppy because he has a new coach. So it's 2 to 3 fights to see a difference. And also, I saw some good things, man. But I also saw a lot of bad things. He doesn't know how to cut the ring. He needs to work on that. But the guy was a runner, man. But I saw it, man. He was shooting some nice power shots in the inside, but he did smother. When he got there, he did smother. So he needs to work on stuff like that. But I'm gonna give your bro some a chance, brother, because he got me disillusioned, man, and I got my heart broken by Panchito Bojado, the Victor Ortizes, the Pitbull, what's his name from East LA? There's a kid. They're all been prospects and they're all been coming up, and then they disappear, man. And we'll see. I mean, I want Ryan to come up, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Everybody wants to see the young prospects and the young champions fight it out. That's what we want to see. We got Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Timo Lomachenko. 135 is hot, but you know what? Ryan's fighting at 140 with Fortuna.
Yeah.
Fortuna couldn't make the 135. It's getting harder for these guys to make the 135, and I believe that's why Teofimo lost his fight with Cambosos, because he's getting too big.
Yeah.
He got weight, and Teofimo moved up. I think Ryan's gonna be moving up. And I think everybody else is going to be moving up, dog. I mean, that's just the way it goes. We're growing out of our bodies. You're getting too big, Everybody culture weight, baby. Where it's at, right? That's where everybody else. So I think that's where these guys are headed. But I do want to see some more fights happen before they move up in weight, because there's a lot of fucking potential fights that can happen at 135 right now.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
Okay. A few things. Again, Jesus. But you could go ahead and ask everything. You don't have to be throwing those kind of jabs in there, man.
This is a real trainer. I don't see Eddie Reynoso as a good trainer.
Hectic. Bobby, how about that? Chepo Reynoso. Is he, again, you don't need to put anybody's dirt, but is he the real trainer and Eddie Reynoso just kind of does whatever Chepo tells him?
I mean, they both got their own style, right? Chepo's a great trainer as well, man. He's very good. But Eddie's the younger cat. They give most of the work to Eddie, and Eddie's learning from Chepo. So I mean, it's kind of it's kind of the same things, like shadowing his training. But Eddie has his little flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? And like the homeboy was just saying, Eddie at one time they had everything. Like you said, it was a well-oiled machine. It was everybody wanted Eddie. Everybody and their mama wanted to go to Eddie. They said there's some magic going on over there. We want a piece of that, and they were. But now, like you said, I mean, Eddie's losing fighters, and it happens with everybody, guys. This is not just this is history in boxing. This is history. It's just the casuals. They see it as, oh, somebody's falling off. No, it's just the way it goes. Look at Virgil Ortiz. Who would have thought he would have left Robert Garcia?
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah.
Right. Bro. And nobody saw that coming, right? He left, so it happens. They're gonna move around. Andy Ruiz, he left homeboy, right? The Manny.
Yeah, he left Manny, went to Reynoso, and then he left Reynoso. I don't think he's working with Reynoso anymore.
No, it's been I think 60 days since he's been over there.
Okay. Yeah. That happens.
Yeah, I was thinking that your brother was probably not going to make weight. He's 5'10". He's getting older. His body is growing, but it was Fortuna that didn't make weight. After seeing the weigh-ins, your brother, look, man, he just kind of became a villain, homie. He became that villain. He was talking masa. He was talking about he don't care about the belts, which, by the way, in a way, he kind of made a fan of me again, because, Mike, you know this. I've been saying that I don't even really care too much about the belts, man.
Yeah.
Those belts are ugly looking anyway. The WBA is kind of a aesthetically good looking belt. The WBC, I guess, is an okay looking belt, but all the belts are kind of ugly. Take a page from the WWE and could put some nice, good belts up there, man. But in reality, all these sanctioning bodies, all these belts, I don't even really care about them. I just want to see the good fights. So I did like what he was saying up there. The whole cockiness and everything, that's another story, but it works. It's working, okay? It's going to get people to love him or hate him. Either way, they're going to watch. But I completely agree with what he said. Garcia versus Tank. For what belt? I don't care. I
Doesn't
don't
matter.
care. I don't care if they fight for a belt or fight for no belts. Me vale madre, man. I don't care. Crawford versus Spence. Yes, they're all champions right now. But if they lost the straps, if they had relinquished all the belts or whatever, I still want to see that fight. What are they fighting for? Because I want to see it. That's why. I don't care, man. This whole thing about belts and going after belts. Yes, I get it. You know what? If you have the chance to unify in your division, go get it, man. Make some history. I understand it. It's still part of boxing, and I still do agree that, hey, go chase some belts. But you know what? If there's a big fight out there, then the heck with the belts, man. Just make that fight. Look, going back in history, all the great fights that I can think of, I can't remember what belt they were fighting for. I got no idea. In some cases, I don't even remember who was champion. I just remember the fight. I just remember, hey, these were two fighters that I really wanted to see. They got in there and they fought. And I remember the fight and I remember who won. Oh, what belt was it for? I don't know. Who was the champion going on? I don't know. And I don't care. But the fight, that was the fight I wanted to watch. So I do like what your brother was saying in that sense, man.
Yeah, and Bobby, man, your brother is in perfect position to become a legend, dude. He could, if he eliminates Lomachenko, if he fights Tank, if he fights Tio, and if he beats Devin Haney, all these names, and if your brother's gonna be a legend, dude. He's in the perfect weight class, in the perfect position for him to be the Salvador Sanchez type. Salvador Sanchez defeated like four Hall of Famers. Your brother could do that, man. I don't know if he knows that. He could eliminate these future Hall of Famers and become, dude, the biggest star in the game, man. So, man, that's the thing. We want it for him. Does he want it? That's the question. You know what I mean?
That's the question. I think that's the question that a lot of people have, Bobby. And I think it's a fair question, man. Does he truly want it? Now, you already answered that, hey, man, he works harder than anybody that you've seen. 92 AKU is asking, have you ever sparred with your brother?
No, hell no. I've never sparred with Ryan because hey, I'm 45 years old. Yeah, I'm tough and I can scrap, but he's fast, strong, and yeah, you know what? He's my younger brother, but I think he'll give me a beating, man.
G Funky 147 is a money division historically. Yeah, and I think at some point, I think at some point I see Ryan there. He's 5'10". You know, he's a tall kid, man. So Duke of Earl 714 is asking, could I see Ryan 147 in a couple of years? Do you think that's where he's headed?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. Didn't the WBC order Ryan to fight Isaac Pitbull Cruz? I don't know if the WBC ordered that. I don't remember seeing that. I do remember there was a push for that fight.
I don't think it was an order. I think they did want to fight, but situations I was telling you guys about people wanting more money. I think that was that situation there. So, you know,
Bobby, before we actually talk about the actual fight, is your brother a little bit too involved in social media? Fighters today have to deal with things that fighters before didn't have to deal with. Just in general, I mean, kids today deal with other things that you know, social media is everywhere. You can be on TikTok, you could be on YouTube, you got Facebook, you got social media all over the place. Is he listening too much to social media? You said that there was all this pressure on him and everything. Is it because he's paying too much attention to social media?
You know what? Yeah. At first, in the beginning, yeah, I think my opinion, I think Ryan was letting it get to him. The comments, he was reading the comments. He was letting people get in his head. I think that affected him. But I think now Ryan doesn't care about social media like that anymore. I think Ryan does it, but look, I think social media is a tool, and if you can use it wisely, you can benefit from it big time. So all these boxers out there, get yourself in social media. You want to be known, you want to be recognized. This is the way to do it. Ain't nobody reading newspapers anymore. But we're on the phone, we're on the iPad, we're on TV. Get on social media if you want to be known. Now, if you get your workout out the way, you did your 8 hours of working out and all that, then you have free time. Go ahead, go on social media. Just don't let it get to your head. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and Bobby, we said it. If you talk shit, you got to back it up, right? So he's talking a lot of shit. So we're all looking if he backs it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Are we gonna get into the fight? Let's talk about the fight, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Oh man, what's going on with Bobby?
Okay.
Yeah, we got you. All right, so let's talk about the fight. And Mike, you're right. You know, if he's talking a lot, man, which he has been, he's definitely got to start backing it up, man. I do like kind of like this heel turn that he did.
And Ed, real quick, my bad. I just got the question. And Bobby, I like that what your brother went through. I know it's not you're gonna like, what the fuck is he talking about? But guess what? You go through bullshit and you grow. So if you're saying we're gonna see the maturation of your brother, we're gonna see, because when you go through some bullshit, you do get more mature. You do learn from your mistakes and you do grow. So we're gonna keep that in mind too, brother, because you keep saying that. So let's keep that in mind. How he does, man. How he grows. Yeah.
All right. When this fight was made, Ryan versus Fortuna, okay, I thought it was a good fight. First of all, his comeback fight against Emmanuel Togo, I was very critical. Like, come on, man, you know, this one I think it's a bigger step up. I do like this fight, and then after this, I do want to see him do bigger things. I favor Ryan Garcia. I thought it was gonna be more of a competitive fight until I saw the weigh-ins. Once I saw the weigh-in, Fortuna does not look like he's in shape. Ryan looks big, man. He looks huge.
Yeah.
I was picking Ryan in the later rounds, probably like in round 9, 10. But now, after seeing what I saw in the weigh-ins, man, I think I'd be surprised if it goes past 5. I think he takes him on in the 3rd round.
Yeah. Like I said, look, man, Fortuna's not a pushover either. He's not a cab driver, right? He was a super featherweight title holder back in 2015 to 2016, a world title holder. He ain't no joke. He's had the bouts before, right? So, and the interim too at 2012, 2013 or something like that. So he's held 2 belts. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. Okay. He fought Jojo Diaz, right? They're about the same size, so that fight was good. Jojo takes him out, right? Ryan's taller, Ryan's quicker. I think he's stronger. So I think this, like you said, I don't think it's gonna go past 5 rounds. That's just our opinion, guys. But that's what my honest opinion. I think Ryan's coming in here to prove something. Remember, I see these fights as tuna fights, right? You got to get ready for Tank. You got to get ready for Devin. You got to get ready for Kamboja. If you're going to step up to that level of competition, you better be completely ready, because one punch can change the whole fight. So these fights right here, you got to win them, but you got to win them impressively and distinctively, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all eyes on your brother tomorrow, man, for sure. And we talked about it. Your brother did have some trouble with the southpaw, European. So he's fighting a southpaw, and one shot could end it all. What if he does the same mistake? What if he gets hit? But we've seen your brother get dropped and get back up and knock out the fighter. So he faced adversity. He went through some bullshit. So hey, man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I still think your brother's got the edge on this fight, but one shot could end it all, man, because he's a southpaw. I'm still looking at that. Can he catch the shots? Let's see.
Right. No. Hey, let me ask you guys, if you guys were a boxer and you guys got dropped like that, when you come to your next fight, are you going to let that happen again?
No, I mean, definitely, you definitely work on that. Absolutely. Again, but he was with a different trainer at that time. So hopefully Joe Goosen is working with him on this. You know, I was really, truly thinking of going to this fight, man. I really was, because I thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive. But after seeing the weigh-ins, man, I don't think Fortuna stands a chance, man. I really don't. I was giving him a chance, and I get it, Bobby. You know, we can go back and run down the accolades of Fortuna, but I just think for this matchup where it's at today, I just think Ryan is above Fortuna. Fortuna, that is, in those levels. With other competition, that's where I really like to see. But like you said, these are tune-up fights. So what's the plan? I know probably Ryan doesn't want to look past Fortuna, but what's the plans? You know, there's plan. I heard that he's looking to film a movie. I mean, is he looking to get back into the ring later this year, early next year?
I don't know anything about a movie. That's new to me. I mean, shit. When's he gonna have the time? But yeah, that's new to me. A movie. I never heard of a movie, but if he's doing it, I mean, you got to do it within your breaks, I guess. You know, I mean, you do get a long break. If he wins this fight, then he's got a break, right? So I guess you can film. I don't know how long it takes to film a movie, but I guess you got a little bit of time. But then you got to get serious again and fight your next competitor. Who's going to be the next fight? I don't think it's going to be Tank just yet. It might be one more fight, maybe, right? Maybe one more good competitor, and then I think, and then we might see something big. It could be Tank. It could be it could be any of the big guys, man.
But if him going to 140, does that eliminate the Tank fight, the Devin Haney fight, at least for now until those guys plan on moving up? If they plan on, I think Devin Haney at one point does move up to 140. I don't know if Tank does. Tank is already kind of a shorter guy. He has fought at 140 before, but does that kind of eliminate some of these fights?
Hell no. Tank will move up.
Okay.
Tank is hungry, bro. Tank ain't playing. He ain't no joke. He'll move up. If it means to fight Ryan, the money's right, he's moving up. Devin Haney, I don't know. He might stick around at 135 a little bit, enjoy his reign. But Tank, he'll move up. I think that fight can be made.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're definitely good. They're all kids and they're all growing, so they're definitely gonna move to 140. And I'm cutting your brother some slack because he's got a new trainer. So the next fight's gonna be another fill-out fight, another fight to get ready. I'll give him that, but he needs to. If he's the best, he needs to take the test already, brother. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give him one more shot, one more fight, and he needs to get a big fight, or else it's just like, come on, man, give us something, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Everybody wants to see the big fight, guys. I mean, everybody. Oh, yeah. We all do. That's what we watch boxing for. We want to see the best fight the best, and it's understood. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there's a lot of red tape, you know, that people don't understand. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of well, the timing's not right, or let's fight at this weight, and there's a lot of back and forth.
Hey, Bobby, but real quick, you don't think your brother could take a pay cut? She's like, you know what? I'm gonna try to. I don't care about belts, and you know what? I'll take a pay cut to make the fight. Would he do that?
Yeah, he'll do it. You know, but the other guy wants the money to be right. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. They want the money. Ryan to take a pay cut. He's getting paid more of the money, but the other guy wants a. They want to be kind of even. And I thought, well, Hank and Ryan, keep it even then. Those guys, I mean, they both deserve it. So. That's the fight I really want to see, and that's the fight that Ryan really wants. So let's make it happen. After this fight, De La Hoya, hey dude, make it happen. Make these guys fight. We want to see it. It's a mega fight. You know what I'm saying? Cholo, fight. Are you going?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, heck yeah. I would love to be there, man. Watch that fight, man. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. So I'm gonna agree with Mike. You know, look, like I said. I was a fan of your brother. I truly was. And then I kind of fell off after the Luke Campbell fight. And I'm like, what's going on with this kid? You came on here, you explained what was going on and what's going on with maybe there's something going on with Reynoso's camp, whatever it may be. You know, okay, that's understandable, man. I respect Joe Goosen as a trainer. I wasn't impressed with Ryan's last fight. We're going to get through this one. I think Ryan just manhandles Fortuna. Then I would really want to see what he's going to do. Is it going to be Tank? Probably not, but it's got to be somebody, man. Especially if it's moving up to 140. There's some good fights up there to be made, man. And that's what I really want to see, Bobby. I mean, it doesn't have to be Tank Davis. I'd like to see it. Absolutely. I would love to see that. You know, let's make that happen. But it's got to be somebody, man.
So let me ask you guys, Mike, Cholo, if it was up to you after this fight, who would you choose for Ryan? Who would you next opponent for Ryan would be? If it's up to you, who would it be?
Yeah, no, like I said, we want Tank, but I also want him to. What if I want him with Devin Haney? That's a good fight, man, right there too, man.
Aside from Tank and all the high level fighters, another tuna fight. Who would you want to see him fight?
Oh, a tuna fight? Shit,
I mean, if it's gonna be at 140, I like Regis Prograis.
Okay,
Regis Prograis is a good one. If you're gonna stick around at 140. Then let's fight some guys at 140. You know, I like that fight, getting out there, Regis Prograis. That guy doesn't, you know, he's not making a lot of money. I don't think he's going to price himself out. I think he would actually say, like, you know what? Yeah, heck yeah. That's probably that might be his biggest payday. And that's a good one right there.
That's good. True, man. There's the Ramirez are in there. What's the lefty? They're 40s, right?
Yeah.
Cepeda, but they're gonna fight, right? I heard they're gonna fight, but there's a lot of good names at 140, man. So yeah, there's good fights, good guys that aren't the stars, but hey, man, if you're not ready, they will hurt you. They will. So yeah, there's good fights, man, at 140 for your brother.
What about 135, guys?
Andres is saying Pitbull Cruz.
Okay,
I don't mind that fight. I don't mind it. I just don't think Pitbull stands a chance, man.
Yeah,
he's got a good inside game though, Ed, and he's from Mexico, el Distrito Federal. You could be tall, but you could take that if you go inside and take those weapons away. That guy's good, man. That's a good fight.
You know what? Okay, if we're gonna go down that route, Jojo Diaz.
There you go.
That's a good fight too.
Jojo, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jojo talks shit. If you're not ready, he'll beat you, man. So that's a good one, Ed. Yeah.
Yeah, Pitbull Cruz. I would watch it. There's not a lot of criticism. Like, okay, it's somewhat of a dangerous fight. I just don't think Pitbull. The size difference, man. Pitbull is what 5'5", 5'4". But again, I don't really look. If you can make the weight, you can make the weight. Hey,
yeah,
whatever, man. But the Jojo Diaz fight, that's good right there, and that was supposed to happen. So
there's El Rayo. There's a kid named El Rayo too. He's good, man. With the Benavides camp. Like I said, there's a lot of names that aren't superstars, but man, it will be. The styles will make a great fight, man.
Exactly, styles make fights.
Okay, look, and I think there's a fair question. How many more tune-up fights? I mean, he's fighting Javier Fortuna.
I say after this one more, and let's get it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, Bobby,
but it's got to be a good step up tune-up fight. You know, somebody on here is saying I forgot who said it, but that Regis Prograis isn't a tune-up fight. No, I agree. I agree. I want to start seeing some competitive fight. Come on, Andrew, some Rolly Romero.
Hey, Rolly's a bad dude, man. Rolly's a bad dude. I know people talk shit. He almost had Tank, but
it was good. It was
where experience comes into play, right?
The fight was better than I thought it was. I will say that the fight was better than I thought it was, but I never thought that Rolly was gonna win that fight.
Like I said, I'm giving Ryan some slack because he has a new trainer, and it takes 2 to 3 fights to really see something. So I'm cutting him slack. But after that, come on, man. One more tune-up, and come on, man. Let's get a real fight, man.
All right, so let's give it one more tune-up, and then let's see what happens from there. I'm almost positive that you're gonna enjoy the next fight. So let's hopefully one more tune-up, and that's it. And we'll I mean, Ryan's gonna give you guys what you guys been waiting for. Everybody, myself.
Okay. You know, Jesus right here. He's been very critical, man. But it's cool. He said, but he'll never fight any of them. No more tune-up. I mean, some people feel that way. Some people feel that way. It's like, hey, man. I mean, why so many tune-ups? I will say this. Look, he's with a new trainer. Okay, you want to give him one more tune-up? As long as that tune-up after this is a step up. If it's a Jojo Diaz, if it's a Pitbull Cruz, Rolly Romero, I mean, he'll mop the floor with Rolly Romero, man. But one more of those guys, man, just to kind of get in touch with what Joe Goossen's trying to do with him. Okay, Canelo fans, Teofimo Lopez versus Garcia. That'd be good, man. That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. But yeah, some people just feel, hey, man, you know what? Why so many? I get it. He changed trainers. Okay, I'll cut him that slack. So let's start making some of these fights happen. I think your brother does have skills. I think he's got fast hands, good combinations. And I'm not gonna lie, Bob. You know, you're a stand up, respectable guy, man. I know you personally on a personal level, brother. And you know, what I just heard from you today, I took into heart, right? It's still, I'm still a little shaky on, does Ryan truly want this? He's gonna have to be the one to show it. You know, he's gonna have to be the one to show it to me, and just to the boxing world in general. He's gonna have to be the one to show it. People can still hate on him. That's fine, man. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. But he's gonna have to be the one to show it that, hey, this is my life right here. I truly want that. Truly want this. You know, because I kind of fell off a little bit, man. But yeah, Mike, anything else, big dog?
No, just I just hope we see some great improvements tomorrow, man. And he's got everything to be a mega star, man. So hopefully he gets it. That's all I gotta say.
You know what?
What round do you got tomorrow?
I'm gonna say I don't know why it just comes to my head. In the second half of the fight, seventh, maybe he's want to get some work in, work the jab, work the little things that they're working on, and he'll knock him out. But I think if Fortuna tries to rush him, he's gonna run into something.
Yeah,
and it'll go good night. But I think he's gonna get that work, and in the second half of the fight, I don't know why I'm saying that. In my heart, that's how I feel, at least right now.
Good call. 7th, 8th round. Total. You said third round.
Yeah, I'm gonna say third. It for sure it doesn't go past 5 rounds. I'm gonna say if I have to call a round, I'm gonna say third round, maybe fourth.
Okay, and I'm saying 5.
5.
Okay. Hey, has your brother sparred with Rolly Romero before?
Of course.
Yeah.
There's a video. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen that video. Jesus, I get you, big dog. I get you, man. I get you, and that's fine. That's 100% fine, man. You got reason to. Before we end it, let me just go ahead and ask this to you guys and to everybody, man. If this goes all 12 rounds, okay, I know there's no moral victories, but is that some sort of moral victory for Fortuna? And is that some sort of step down for Ryan? Mike?
Yeah, if you talk shit, you got to back it up. He's calling knockout. You want it frontwards or backwards? That's what he said. That's what he said in the interview. So he's going for the knockout. So we want to see a sensational knockout, and he's telling he's going to give us a sensational knockout. He doesn't give it to us. With that high we're looking for, we're not going to get that high. And Fortuna survived, and of course you get a win. You win first and look better than the next fight. But still, man, he like I said, you talk shit, you got to back it up. He's calling knockout, so we need knockout.
Or a knockout, or if it does go 12 rounds, it's got to be a battle, right? It's got to be people are getting beat the hell up. It's getting bloody, right? That's what people like.
Yeah, true. A war, a sick ass fight. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Or knockout.
I'll say this, Bobby. I'll say this. He's got to be the one winning the rounds. Like he's got to drop them 3 times in the fight. If it goes 12 rounds, he's got to be the one to be dropping them. I mean, if it's a battle back and forth and both guys have gotten beat up, I think that's a big step down for Ryan, man. Right. But if Ryan is dominating the fight, really whooping some ass, drops him, but Fortuna just doesn't quit. He drops him 2-3 times in the fight, and everybody is looking. You know, the referee keeps telling Fortuna, you gotta show me something. And they're thinking about throwing in the towel, but it goes all 12 rounds. Okay, then maybe. But I will say, man, if it goes all 12 rounds, man, I'm sorry to say, man, that's kind of a little bit of a letdown, man. So Bobby, same thing, same question. If it goes all 12 rounds, man, is that kind of a step back for your brother?
I mean, you know what? It's boxing. Anything can happen. We all want the knockout. I want it, of course. Ryan definitely wants it. Though, you know, everybody wants to see a knockout from either one side, right? Either it's Ryan or Fortuna. They both want the knockout. All the fans want to see a knockout. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. If you're beating convincingly, well, okay. But yeah, 12 rounds. Somebody wants to see a winner. Somebody wants to see somebody get knocked out. So, is it a step back? Not necessarily. I wouldn't say that. I know it's a letdown for a lot of people. They want to see a knockout. They want to see it happen. I understand that, but I wouldn't. A win's a win, right? Win it decisively. Win it where nobody can say, "Oh yeah, the other guy won." No, you won that fight. You beat his ass. You knocked him down 3 times. Yeah, you got it. You know, at least win like that. But if you say you're gonna knock him out, then knock him out. Yep. Find a way. There has to be a way. There's always a kink in the in the arsenal, right? Find it. Study it. Like study the first couple rounds. You know, find his weaknesses. Get him, bro. That's it. You're quick. You're quick. So
that's why I said I think it might go second half of the fight. I don't know why. He's gonna study a little bit. He's gonna be a little bit more patient. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking like that.
Hey, Canelo fans, yeah, I'm gonna look into that, man. I'm not the one that set up the Facebook, but yeah, he's saying on our Facebook live stream it's not public, so we're definitely gonna have to change that up. But yeah, with that, look, I like this new character that your brother kind of put out. He's kind of like the bad guy now. I do agree with what he said about the belts. Cares about the belts. Let's just get the fights that we want. The heck with the belts. Let's just go at it to a certain degree. You know, like I said, if you got a chance to unify, that's what you go after. But I just want to see belts. Most of the great fights that are, you know, in my memory. I don't remember what title they were for or anything like that. I just remember 2 great fighters going in there and putting on a great fight, and that's about it, man. But with that, gentlemen, Mike, any last words?
Just follow us at Los Tres Chingones Boxing and Mike Angelino Sports. You know, Thank you, Bobby. Nice to meet you, brother. Ed, you know how we do.
Yeah, Bobby, plug where they can find you, big dog.
Check us out, man, on Street Post. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on all social media platforms. We got a podcast going on. I am bringing back Diligent Boxing, and it's going to be back with a vengeance. I'll keep you guys posted with that shortly, but it will be coming back soon. Guys, thanks for the invite. I appreciate being here with you guys and talking boxing, man.
Yeah, no, Bobby, that's for coming on here and being a good sport, dog, and answering the questions. So, with that, shouts to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, Los Tres Chingones Boxing. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Hola, pues.